Oh, hi, and welcome to another episode of LPN Laundry. If this is your first time joining me for one of these, it's not complicated. I play one side of an unusual record. We talk about it a little bit before, we talk about it a little bit during, and over the course of it, I'll fold some laundry. It's not really about the laundry, but I have been told that it is oddly compelling. Now, I'm a little embarrassed. I've already folded all of my laundry. Whatever is a record listening video guy going to do? Well, there's a different kind of laundry that I have to do from time to time, and that is I have to clean the records that I buy from various record stores, dead people's rec rooms, and whatnot. They don't come to me, pristine. I have to actually clean them. So what we're going to do is we'll be listening to side 2 of Latin Heat, Cha Cha Cha, by the anonymous folks that perhaps the group name was Latin Heat. I'm not sure. I spoke about them as if they were completely anonymous last week, and I don't think they are. I am using a product that I probably shouldn't give free ad time, because I'm going to monetize this show. Why are you putting on gloves? What are you doing with those records? I'm just cleaning them, and this is the easiest way to not get them all fingerprinty. But I will say that this is a system that in which you spin the record in order to clean the record. I'm fairly new to this product, but I have been finding so far that it's pretty effective. Before I was using tap water. This time I did decide to get something a little bit more hardy, I think, than that. Basically, what you do is you have these brushes in there, and then I feel like Mr. Rogers all of a sudden. And isn't it great, by the way? And I say this completely without irony. How in light of this Mr. Rogers movie that is coming out, all of a sudden the whole world has discovered just how fantastic Mr. Rogers really was. Would you really watch one of his shows without kind of finding it a little saccharine, a little just too nice even then? Yes, you probably would. And you, just like me, like anybody else, would be a monster for thinking that. Nevertheless, it's kind of great. There are some clips out there of Mr. Rogers, just Mr. Rogersing it up, and it is lovely. There is one clip, I am so sorry, because there we go, that one goes in there, and you see, I feel very much, what made me think of it is I feel very much like Mr. Rogers, where he would be putting something together and go, let's see, I think these brushes go in, that fits in just like that. Isn't that neat? Sometimes I find when I have to perform something, do things around the house, that it's kind of nice to have a little music playing. Don't you? Sometimes I do that. Do you sometimes feel like you've got just a really hard thing that you have to do, and then you put on some music, and then it becomes a little easier, don't you think? That's what I think. How can you make fun of that? Well, we certainly did. Anyway, you know what? We're gonna, now that I've got this part taken care of, I'm gonna turn on some music, my record cleaning music. Now, most of the records that I clean tend to be of the and you'll see what I mean, of the kind of the LPN laundry. But I like to make sure I do at least one record from the real world in my collection that probably deserves a little bit better treatment than it has gotten over the years. This is, of course, Paul McCartney's first solo record, simply called McCartney, back from the golden age of gatefold. And we're gonna give Paul a spin. We're not gonna play it. I'm not crazy. So I just slide that in there, and I go clockwise 3 times, and then counterclockwise 3 times. So, there are little rollers that aren't quite as smooth as advertised, but that's fine. 1. That's 3. I could get used to this. That's 3. I think I'm always going to play cha-cha music when I clean records. Alright. Make sure all the little drippies are out of there. Yes, I do have. So we'll go clockwise on this side with this lovely chamois, specifically designed for this purpose. By the way, that was Scampion Cha-Cha-Cha. This one is Toyland Cha-Cha-Cha. Right? Now, purists insist that I put this on some sort of a drying rack. You know what I say? I say life's too short for a drying rack. Now, this particular record did not really come, at least this copy, as a very generic paper sleeve. I don't know if the original came in with something a little more specific, so I'm going to put it in a new sleeve, but also leave the old one in there. And then put her in the plastic. Oops. The gatefold ones are a little snug. Hi, Paul. Look at Paul. I always liked bearded Paul. Back at the end. Here's a record you will be seeing at some point. It's a Lenny D record. Oh, that did not have the paper liner at all. Pretty good shape already, but they're not my fries. Two. And 3. This is Twilight in Barakich. No cha-cha-cha after it. So, kind of a weirdly exotic sound, like you're in Turkey or something. Bonboncha. Bonboncha is the name of it. Bon-Boncha. Only one cha, and it's connected. Is part of a word. I'm looking forward to this Lenny D record, by the way. It's clearly a later period in Lenny D. He's enjoying his semi-retirement. I believe Lenny, for newcomers, Lenny D was an organist, and a damn fine one to boot. Ended his career playing on cruise ships. Not sure if I'll be playing this one or not. Bill Twister and his Minters do the twist. We'll see. Oh, this one's filthy. Sorry, Big Bill Twister. You know, like Bill Pullman. No. Wrong one, I think. He gets mixed up. The one that was in Twister was... Oh, he's got a baby bumblebee. The one I'm thinking of is the one that was in Twister. And I don't think that's Bill Pullman. Maybe it is. Played Chet in Weird Science. You're screaming at whatever screen. That, let's see. On the last one is Mulatas del Cha-Cha-Cha. So we're back. We end with a cha-cha-cha in the name. I could be behind a track, I don't know. No, I'm not. Nice thing about this positioning is I'm a little closer to the actual turntable. Another song. There's always the eternal struggle, and I'm sure there's a best practice. Do you put the record in open end up, or do you put it in this way so that it doesn't accidentally slide out of the case? I think basically what winds up winning is whichever is the most expedient way to get in here. Jerry Murad's fabulous Harmonicats. We've enjoyed the sounds of Jerry Murad's Harmonicats before. Oh, whoops. Well, that's the end of the side. Thank you so much for joining me on this. Usually I'm actually folding laundry. It looks kind of different from this way, and of course it is oddly compelling. But this week, perhaps watching me clean records and silently judging me, those of you who are record connoisseurs and whatnot, but also know most of these records are records that I bought because they fit in a bag that I was buying for $5. So either way, I think they're in better shape, even though I only air dried them. I didn't put them on a special drying rack and forget them and then pick them up again, and then they were covered in dust. You see where this kind of thing leads. Get me, I'm in Moomin Shots. Thanks very much for joining me, of course, and as always, if you enjoyed what you saw, please make sure that you spread the word, share the love and the joy of LP and Laundry with whatever button or like, or you could like the Facebook page, facebook.com/LP Laundry, or you could go to mattfugate.blogspot.com, where there is an archive of previous episodes of LP and Laundry. And by an art carney of them, that means that they just show up and they walk into your house unannounced because they're your pal and bowling buddy and you smell of sewage. Anybody younger than 40, you might need to look up the Honeymooners. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll be right here, spinning these records to make sure they're clean.